Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts. In this series of videos I'll be looking at the Judge Dredd case files in order and picking out the most prominent and important stories, as well as noting some artists and writers that actually appear in these books. Okay, so this is Case Files Volume 5. I believe this is 81, 82, and we're seeing in this stuff that's been seeded in since Volume 1. With all the soft judges and various stuff going on here. So we start off with mostly some very kind of standalone crimes stories. Emberton again, which I swear is Ian Gibson. And if he's not Ian Gibson, he's doing a very, very good Ian Gibson impression. Then we get to the crime files, which are kind of like short, contained, one-issue stories, I think mostly. And the artwork in this one, I've not seen this guy's artwork. This one sticks out vastly because first of all, I remember that being in the Games Workshop RPG as an illustration, and second of all, there's a bit here. Oh, it's a two-issue story. There you go. There's a bit here where this guy's hat falls off, and looks like it's been hastily scribbled in to because they forgot it was there originally. I remember that in the reprints of the like the best of 2000 AD and all this kind of stuff, and I remember that damn hat. And then when I got this volume, I thought, I know this one. It's the one with the hat, and it was. But yeah, all in all, good stuff. We started, it's kind of again well building. Nothing massively standout-ish in importance, as it were. Umpty Baggers is pretty decent. About a addictive candy. But we get these for a few. The Synthy Men with the hallucinogenic visions of talking spaghetti. But yeah, there is a kind of all these kind of little self-contained storylines. We'll go for a good few weeks doing this with Volume 7. Okay, so what are we here? Yes, Volume 8. Now, whether or not these are these assumed to be, I don't think they're fillers as such, but obviously I think people just need time to kind of give a bit of breathing room so we don't have epic to epic storylines going on. Maybe Marvel could pay note there. We have not even 1,000 different crossovers. Anyway, Judge Death Lives is in this one, and Bond artwork, so straight away it gets a good start from me. It's got the return of Judge Anderson in it, which is fantastic, and we get to the first appearance of the other Dark Judges, Fear, Fire, and Mortis. This is just great. Any Dark Judges stuff for the early stuff especially is massively important, and Bolland's Dread is just fantastic. That page there, double page spread there with all the Dark Judges is amazing. An iconic version of Judge Death there. And as we go a little bit further through this storyline, we get to see the Dark Judges' homeworld of Deadworld. I mean, I love Bond's art was just so good. And we also get to see the Gaze into the Face of Fear, Gaze into the Fist of Dread panel, which is one of the best panels ever that Dredd put out, and is happily emblazoned upon one of my t-shirts and one available from the stores of 2000 AD, so fantastic. But yeah, very, very cool. We like this. We see Anson's back out. That's always good. And then we're kind of going back into some more short stories by various artists. Oh, we've got the Gillimunger there, I think, which are in the role-playing game. I remember them being here from the Cursed Earth. This is the Hot Dog Run, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, it is Hot Dog Run. Yep, part 3. Some more Ron Smith artwork. And as we go a little bit further in here, we get Blockmania. So Blockmania is McCarthy. Sorry, McMahon. This is where it starts getting very, very linked to stuff we've seen in the past. So basically, people probably don't know, Blockmania is each of the blocks is attacking each other. There is a something being put in the water that basically causes everybody's aggressiveness to put up, and they're basically solely dedicated to whatever block they're on, and they are attacking other blocks, and this goes on for a few weeks. And then we get to see some Steve Dillon. Steve Dillon and Orlok, the assassin. Dillon's stuff is fantastic. Death of Judge Giant. That Dredd, oh, it's great. I just love Dinner's Dredd. Dinner's Dredd's fantastic. We get to see Dredd actually getting a few beatings from Morlock, and then once that starts, and he eventually catches Orlok and hopefully finds a cure to it, the place is invaded by the Sov judges, and the Apocalypse War starts. So this is where and we get some fantastic square artwork in this stuff. So this goes on for a long time. Issues. This goes for quite a few, and lots of people are exploded, and the city's changed forever. And so yeah, some interesting stuff in this one, because as I was reading this book, which is the Apocalypse War dossier, which is a short story set during the Apocalypse War and Blockmania, but involving other judges apart from Dredd. There's a section in it where they actually meet up Dredd just before he's about to leave to go to Sov City 1, and Anson's mentioned in it, and I thought, well, Anson's not in this, and Anson is in this, but she doesn't seem to do much. Hershey's in it, Anson's in it, but she's kind of name-checked, but she doesn't. I don't remember her doing anything particularly psychic. But anyway, this basically changes the entire landscape of Meg City 1. We see the death of Judge Griffin in here, Chief Judge Griffin. We see a new judge, but this is going on for a long time. But it's definitely worth reading if you've never read story 20, page 20, part 20 even. Let's get my words right. Keeps going. It's all square artwork in it after those first initial bits up to a certain point, I believe. I think there might all be a square artwork. This is just fantastic. Oh, there's Anson. There you go. So hello, Anson. So if you did a little bit of Anson. Then we get to see Magruder, who is SGS Judge Magruder, and she is later going to be Chief Judge Magruder. But we're going with more Apocalypse War, we're going more Apocalypse War, then we see the end of the Apocalypse War right at the end, and I think that's like 27 parts of the Apocalypse War. 24. It's well worth a read. It's fantastic. It's probably one of the better early Dredd stories, definitely, and one of the most significant, because another thing is they're more than happy to destroy the city and then keep it destroyed. There's no reboot in this. There's no, and it all becomes part of the layer of kind of history that is built upon in later stories, and we get to see a lot more of this later on in future volumes, obviously. Then we get some covers, which are nice, but would be good if they're in colour, but there you go. We get to see Judge Dredd Lives, and then we get to see the 2-page wraparound cover, Blockmania cover, which in my opinion is one of the best covers that 2000 AD has ever put out. And if 2000 AD are listening to this and you're doing your classic cover reprints, one of these please would be very, very handy in colour. I would be very happy with that. So yeah, that's about it really for this volume. So Dredd dead, 82. I mean, you know, could they kill Dredd? No, they didn't. But anyway, it's fantastic. It's probably this is kind of like, I know I've spoke about the other volumes before now. Volume 5 is very, very good and chock full of really good stuff. So if you're thinking if you're looking into purchasing these early volumes of Dredd, this is definitely one to look out on. Although, in my opinion, get the lot, because there's a lot of stuff sticking in there that's very kind of leads up to this, and they are constantly in reprint, which is really good. They take a little time sometimes to get those volumes that kind of seem to go out, but after a couple of years or so, they've kind of rotated around, and I think they're up to volume 22, 23. I think they're reprinting this year, so out of 40. So try and get those early volumes while you can before they disappear. And yeah, I'd definitely suggest starting from the beginning and go from there. So with that, hopefully volume 6 very, very soon, and I will hopefully see you on the next video. Thanks very much. Bye bye.